Welcome back. In the previous part, we finished our first trial day off, and I'm assuming we're going into day 2 here, so Emma seems a bit concerned, so, Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? What? Complete and utter random chaos? Yes. Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Oh no, then suddenly, boom, we're on a boat on the lake. Like, how did that happen? Pretty much. Except today, we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister, anyway? Apparently, she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Holla, partner. Holla, partner. Oh, it's you. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, that it'll fire up its temper. That's nonsense. That's what they told me when I saw a young'un, at least. Officer Marshall. Oh, I'd come take a look-see at how the I would have thought he would have said trail's going there, but alright. Trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down, tighter than a fort in enemy territory. What are you on about, mate? Not hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there, anyway? All the police I've seen the last 2 days have been really on edge. Haven't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now, don't that just be all? What? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. Okay, so she did have one. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns, and sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? Concrete. If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee. You fancy some steak? I've already had fish, though, so... February 23rd, 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Oh, courtroom number 9. Oh, I'd like to resume? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Oh dear. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. The furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. What? During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. Seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock? Who's there? What the? What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Who the hell is this guy? Hey, temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? Well, a symbol on his tie is similar to the one to the, cowboy dude. Ah, it's you. Okay. Hello? Oh! Sorry I'm late, Edgy. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, Edgy? Edgy? I don't know. No idea. How you been? Swimming much these days? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy, smizzy. Edgy, my boy, you have to make the time to relax. Yes, indeed. Edgy. Seems to be his nickname for the judge. Oh, Udgy. Judgy, Udgy. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Ah, so you're Righto. The attorney I've heard good things about you, son. What? That was weirdly said from me. Thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly! Little Worthy? Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Okay. There we go. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, what was with that face, Judge? So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Starr wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. And like I was fixing his hair. Oh, little Worthy's car, no less. Yep. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Oh, it's quite perplexing, yes. What? Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth? How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? In your investigation, if your investigation is this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there, Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like you to take a look at this. What? I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. There we go. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes. Well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Alright, then. No, I was going left. Why are you going all that? Just go left! It's quicker to go left, you stupid game! Dear oh dear. Right, so, switch. Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. It's knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain and... blood? Switchblade knife added to the court record. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife. Sure thing, not a problem. Not even a little one, really. Okay, what we got? Department in disorder. Yes, it certainly sounds like it. The knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department scene. What a mess. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Oh. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Uji. Uji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Objection! Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order! Anyway, we at the department are all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. Chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Feels like a detective was killed and they just replaced them or something like that. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Right, so let's have a look at all our evidence that we got. So we got the attorney badge, Goodman's ID. Oh no, that's gonna help. That could help at some point in the future, based on it's been brought up now. Possibly, so, okay. The murder weapon, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox, traces of the victim's blood, no prints. Record of the parking in the prosecutor's office lot. I'm not sure how this evidence makes sense at all right now. Death due to loss of blood, 1 knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Okay. So we've got Bruce Goodman, 36 male, 4 and 5:30, cause of death, loss of blood from chest wound. Wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife, a single stab wound was found. But where's the rest of the knife? This thing, if this knife was used in it, then what? The word muffler was overheard, we know that. And we're at 5:18. And your star, the shoe. Let's have a look here. So what we got? Nothing? There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6? Maybe it's a case number. It's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. Okay. So, SL92. I'm assuming it's like these get issued out or something. And SL92 is like the blade serial number or something like that. I don't know. Right, so, court record again. So we've got SL92. Something in the court record. I mean, that's the autopsy report, but... I see. Can I not? Oh. Hopefully you've seen what I've seen. It's just like, she said she's seen it before somewhere, so I was thinking, oh, the autopsy report. It's like, nah, it's that. Right, so the knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. Well, there is. We know that now. Which is that. Wait a second. At last. An honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha, an honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from... Oh, Jay. This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL9 2. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s12 divided by 2. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside... The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. Turn it around and what do you get? Aha, yes, the 2nd of the 21st month. Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9, that's the same thing that is written on the knife's tag. No, definitely. Order. Order. Well, Chief. Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? What is this about? The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Okay. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. On the same day, the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. Another detective was killed at the police department. And that's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Uji? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, righto? I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you the one thing, and one thing only. I mean, we know when the victim died. We know how the victim was killed. But we don't know where. I'm trying to think, like, what piece of evidence from these three do we not have right now? We know when, 5:15-ish. It was somewhere around there, wasn't it? How the victim was killed, it's like stabbed. So, we don't know where. We know the other two, but we don't know where, so... So, tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. So it's moved. The evidence room. Wait a second, I have heard of that. The evidence room. Didn't he mention it in his testimony just now? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it, but it is though. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out of it, righto. What's your connection? Yes, out of it, Mr. Wright. Connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number of the knife's evidence tag. Oh, evidence tag, yes, yes. See, I was thinking like it was just serial number for like if they wanted to use it or something like that, like guns have serial numbers and stuff like that. But nope, it was evidence. Okay. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. I like how he just pauses and waits. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. And we get that information unofficially. Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? You would have guessed. I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department. Okay. Why? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Okay, the gender might be important, because it's probably going to be a man. I feel that's going to be important. Okay, how about the gender of the victim? You want to know that? Oh, okay, a hint. Let's see, first hint. The gender that's not female. Well, I'm assuming we're just... See, going with genders and sex, you know, like, if you said sex, it'd be different. Aha! He was a guy. Well, gender's different to sex, but anyway. What did I tell you? The boy's sharp. Stop goofing around, Mr. Wright. This is serious business. Sorry, Your Honor. Hey, tell that to the chief of police. The 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. It can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? I'd better check this knife out. This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. I want the choices again. That was a bad day for the... Which one was it? 2 detectives were killed... Oh, no, right. It was the last one. Okay. That one. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we had the victim's gender, so now we know that they were male. I mean, we got the ID number because we can correspond that to our other piece of evidence here. So it's just 5842189, so... Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name, after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is... 5842189. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these, it drives me nuts. 82... I can't do it. 5842189. I wrote it down. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID numbers of the victim at the police department, 5842189. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning... It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? Take that! Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just... I got confused. And this is news. Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing. Like you always do. The police department. The prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh! Is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney. Remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 584-2189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier, that started with 82? No, it didn't. I've forgotten. Didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of police gave us was 584-2189. Wait a second, right. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. Two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, righto. Sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time and in a completely different location? Oh, this is impossible. Order. Oh. No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait. Aha! Excuse me, is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir. At the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that the report had nothing to do with Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Gah! Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if the officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence on duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I got a cough right at that point. I was gonna probably do like a no such, and just got a cough right at that point. I'm leaving that cough in because that one's just so like, oh dear God, the timing on that. Oh dear. Let me get a drink. Oh. What timing? Anyway, right. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law, Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright-O over here. Good job, Wright-O, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No. Oh, yes. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. What trial? What is this? I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all these rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one more day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time. Really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I'll grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. To be continued. Right, so obviously, a lovely place to end this part. In the next part, I don't know. Because this case is crazy, so are we going to have I don't know what's going to happen. We'll find out in the next part. Ta-ta for now.